Hi guys, this week on the Overland expedition, we're in Cape York! This week, our mission is to make it to the most northern point on the Australian mainland, the tip of Cape York. The expedition begins in Cooktown. Here we are at the old Laura homestead. It's just ruins now, but it was once a thriving cattle station. Wow, that road was terribly corrugated. I think the locals have just decided to make a whole new road next to the existing road just to avoid the corrugations. We found a beautiful little camp spot just on the northern fringe of the Lakefield National Park. We've got a really nice billabong over here. Can't go too close though for obvious reasons. Plenty of shade. That's going to be really nice. A bit of bad news unfortunately. The guy who changed the differential oil only 2 weeks ago didn't tighten the bolts up tight enough and they've all vibrated loose and now I've got a leaky differential. So I don't know who that guy was. So this fella's popped in to say hello. He's got fantastic pattern on him. It's crazy. Beautiful colour. Greenish colour, very long tail. So I got straight onto this leaking differential this morning. You can see I've got it all apart. I've got the differential cover here, it's all cleaned, ready to go. Got my bolts all over there, they've all been cleaned and primed, ready to go. And under here, differential's been drained, thoroughly cleaned, and I'm ready to assemble. This time I reckon I'm going to use some Loctite on the bolts. Hopefully that does the trick, and I'll make them a bit tighter obviously as well. On day 2 of the Cape York adventure, we just left the Lakefield National Park about 20 minutes ago. We're headed down to the Musgrave Roadhouse, which is on the Peninsula Development Road, so that'll be our point where we turn north. Today we're hoping to get to the beginning of the Old Telegraph Track and then we'll camp there for the night and tackle the Old Telly Track first thing in the morning. Just turned off the Weeper Road onto the Old Telegraph Road. It's a shame, we were loving that asphalt. Oh, so good after all that corrugation. Anyway, we're back on the corrugations now. We've got about 70 k's of this to go before we start the Old Telegraph Track. It's about 6 AM in the morning here on day 3 of our Cape York adventure. Today is a really special day. Today we're starting the Old Telegraph Track, or the OTT. I think the OTT and Cape York in general is probably the track on the top of every single four-wheel driver in this country's list. So it is a really special event for us. It's certainly been on my list for at least 10 years. So I'm very excited about it. And I'm sure it's going to be an absolute epic adventure. Well guys, our first casualty of the Old Telegraph Track. One of the shackles on the trailer axle actually came off and the whole wheel ended up sitting up in the wheel arch, collapsed. I've repaired it with a bit of uni thread. So hopefully that'll keep us going until we get through to the roadhouse at the top end, and hopefully they have a shackle. Well, there you go, guys. Gunshot Creek. How awesome was that? We took the easy way though. The hard way looked a little bit steep for the trailer and the Jeep together. Well guys, we've just arrived in at Fruitbat Falls. Let's have a look. Well, good morning guys. Here we are on day 4 of our Cape York adventure. We're about halfway along the Old Telegraph Track. Today we've got about 50 kilometres to go before we hit the Jardine River. How beautiful were those falls yesterday? Fruitbat Falls, absolutely sensational. Had the whole place to ourselves. Had the little fish nibbling at our feet. Beautiful place. Anyway, today's mission, we're going to try and get to the tip if we can. Find a camp spot up there. Just settle down for a few days and do some day trips around the area. crossing is notorious for drowning cars. So I've taken a few precautionary measures. I've got my winch rope here in my hand. On the other side of the river, I've got a strap around the tree. So if I do end up getting stuck, I'm going to throw this winch line out to Sophie, and Sophie's going to connect it to the strap, and then we're going to recover the vehicle. So hopefully that works. Let's go. Hey guys, well, we've made it to the Jardine River, which means we made it to the end of the Old Telegraph Track. So we're just having some lunch now, and after lunch we're going to head back down the Old Telly Track for about 5k's and then turn onto the old Peninsula Development Road track and then onto the Peninsula Development Road. We're going to cross the Jardine River on the ferry and then head north and find a camp spot for a few days. Well guys, we made it! The most northerly point on the Australian mainland, Cape York. Well, we decided to live life on the edge a little bit and took the croc-infested way back to the car, so we're not far off now and we haven't been eaten, so we're doing pretty well. Haven't seen any crocs though. I heard a few strange noises, but that's about it.